Hey, hi friends, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to create the Tableau dashboard for the online retail transaction records dataset, which is present on the Kaggle website. You can easily find it. So this video is going to be a long, and in throughout this video I am going to create the Tableau dashboard absolute from the scratch, like right from understanding the data, analyzing the data, and then figuring out what data insights we have to bring out of this data set, and how we can develop the final Tableau dashboard for this. So if you are beginner or at entry level or learning Tableau or enhancing your skills into the Tableau dashboard development, you can consider watching my video. So I will not make a one shot video. Instead of that, what I will do, I will divide the process into 2 or 3 video. Like in the first video I will walk you through some data insights, like I will only analyze the data and will decide like what visuals we have to create. And in the second or the third video we will build the charts in the Tableau tool. Okay, so let's get started with this new project. So here we have to download this data from this download button. I already downloaded this data into my uh, system over here. Data size is around 48 MB file, and let me open this for you so we can quickly see what is the actual look of this data, like what are the different columns present into this data and how these overall data look like. Okay, so let's open this into the Excel first so that we can see what's in there. Okay, look like there is some issues with my Excel, so that's fine. We can open the same data into the SQL environment. I already created the small database like retail sales and imported this dataset to the SQL environment. So we'll first select database, like use retail sales, and then I'll say select star from online retail. All right, so let's see what's in there into the data. So into the data, if you see, we have the first column index, second invoice number, third stock code, description, quantity, invoice date, unit price, customer ID, and country. Okay, so in order to analyze the data, we will only see the basic things. We will not go into deep. Like if you see this index, this look like the row number only. It look like row number. Second is invoice number, so I think the invoice number associated with the order has been punched by the customer, and on the billing he got his invoice number. So if these invoice numbers are same, that means these particular items are belong to a same bill. Okay, next is the stock code. Look like this is a unique key for each product. This description shows the description of the product, although we don't have the product name, so we will not be able to go deeper into the product name, like we will not be able to bring out meaningful insights associated with the product name specifically, because we have a description, and I think this is this is we can call this itself as a product name, which is associated with the stock code. Okay, so this is a unique in this case. Quantity means, I think, when this order punch, this is the quantity of this particular product in this particular bill. Unit price, this is a cost per head, like per product, this is the cost, and this is the customer ID, and this is the country. Okay, so overall data is very simple. It is not that complicated. Yes, but if we would have a product name, that would have help us to bring out some interesting insight, but that is completely fine. Okay, so let's see the total number of records present into this particular data set. So to do that, we will do select count of 1 from online retail, and see, so we have around 49,064 rows over here. Okay, purposely I did not imported the entire rows, because at the end I will have to perform a Tableau extract, and I will have to run the extract refresh. So purposely I did not loaded all the records. So but we will go with the basic data analysis over here. Okay, so now we have the around 50,000 rows here, and now we see how these are divided with reference to all countries. Okay, so we will do select, then country, then count 1 from our data set, group by country. All right, and see, so we have many countries over here, and the top country is UK, which is holding around 43,631 records, and rest of the others are very low, looks very low. Okay, that is completely fine, because we are not gonna make any change into the data. We will use this data as it is, because this is what present on Kaggle, so we will not make any additional changes. Okay, that is fine. Let's see other insights from this data. So we have the invoice number, and we have a customer ID. So let's see how many unique customers are there. I'll quickly make a note, like how many customers. Okay, so to do this, we will have to go with the distinct keyword. Select distinct count of the customer ID from dataset. Let's see. Okay, so we have around 50,000 distinct customer IDs. That's good. Let me recorrect my query because look like I may have made some mistake. Okay, yeah. So we have around 1347 customer, distinct customer. Okay, that's great. Okay, now this is the customer only. Okay, so in the next we will see the how many customer have made how many orders, like customer made how many orders. Sorry about my English, but yeah, you might have got idea. What we are going to do is, like, if I say customer A, like how many orders has been punched by the customer A. So we want that kind of data. So do that. We will again have to look for relevant columns here. So we'll do select customer ID, then we will select the invoice number, because I think the invoice number is associated with the billing, so it is for each customer. We will have multiple billings, right? So let's see how that looks. Invoice number, then count of 2 from. Basically we don't need the invoice number, we just need the count of invoice numbers for each customer, or we can then group by the customer ID over here, and then order by the count of invoice number in descending order, and we need to mention our table name. Fine, let's see how that look like. Okay, so as for the data, we can see the customer ID 12748 made 693 orders, and 15311 made 536 order, and respectively all the customer made the number of orders. That is really great. Okay, now we will have to look some more data. We are just doing a basic analysis, so if you must be familiar with all these queries. Okay, now we have quantity and unit price, and with this we can calculate the total sales, right? So we need total sales by each customer. So we already have the half solution over here, which is this, right? Total sales made by the each customer, then which is here, and what we have to do is sum of cells we have to select, not exactly the sum of cell, it will come automatically, but before that we have to do the quantity multiply by unit price as cells. I think this will help us to see the sales amount for each customer. Yes, this looks good because we need this data to create a visual, right? So yeah, we can see the sales generated by each customer, orders by each customer, and all and all and all. That is pretty good. What if I say I want to see this data for each year? Okay, so let's see what we have. We have the invoice date, and first we will extract the year from this table. Select star, select year of the invoice date from our table over here, like this. So we are getting null. That is not good. We are getting null because of the data type problem. Okay, so first we have to convert this particular invoice date into the date. So we will use to date, not like this, to date. Not sure why this function is not reflecting the way it should. Date format, let's try with that format. Date format invoice date comma y, then then dd, then hs, then then ss. Let's see if this works. This should work, but this is not working. Okay, we will have to use another function. So I got the answer. Let me try it again. So we are getting null over here, right? So instead of to date, what we can do, we'll use the string to date. So string to date, and then we'll use the invoice, and for the decoding purpose we will make small changes like percentage m, then percentage day, then percentage y as date. So let's see if these work as year. Okay, so let's see if this works. Yeah, this is working absolutely perfect. All right, so now we will use this and see the distribution of orders across the year, and then distribution of the sales across the year. Okay, and then top customer across the year. So we will go step by step so that you will get a very good feel out of it. All right, so we will use this. We will use select, then customer ID, or let's take this into the query. Then we already have the sales calculation with us, so here we go. We will just copy this and paste it over here. Then from the online retail table, group by this particular attribute, then this particular attribute. Let's see if this works. This should work. Okay, this is returning error because we cannot use aggregation operation over here. So let me go this first and see if this works well. Absolutely, this is working. As we can see, we only have the data of 2020. We don't have the other year data. So what we can do, we can see on the month level. So let's try this month and see. Month. Gotcha. So in the month also we have only January, February and December data. All right, so look like we don't have the full data, but yeah, we are getting the things that we are looking for. Okay, so now we can also see the customers, top customers into this, like for each month. I will leave that to you, how you can bring that, like year, top customers and sales for each customer. So I can see top 2 or top 3 customer for each month who made a good sell. So you can figure that out your own and write a SQL for the same. So we did the basic data analysis over here and tried to bring out some good data insights out of it, and yeah, we are almost close. So basic things that we are going to discover in the Tableau report is very basic thing, because this is going to be very basic Tableau dashboard where you will explore a easy to complicated table calculation. All right, and in this particular dashboard, what are the things that you are going to expect? Okay, so let's discuss those things into the next video. I will see you into next video because this is going to be very lengthy video. So see you in the next video.